Hi, thank you so much for joining me for today's process video. And today I'm going to be documenting a photo of me and my family when we were down by the Mersey after a trip to a National Trust property. I'm using the 49 Market Serenity collection because I thought the blues would go really nicely with this photo, but I'm also going to introduce a little bit of pink because I'm wearing a pink top, but everything else is blue, and Amelia's got a little bit of yellow in her hoodie there. So I'm using Serenity, as I mentioned, but I also want to try and bring in some of my older stash or stash that I've had in the drawer and keep forgetting about. So you can see me just playing about with bits here. That tag is one that I received recently in a goodie bag from the Flair Hut at a recent crop, and the 49 Market film strip piece. I've got a few different colours of these and they've just been sitting in my drawer. I keep forgetting to pull them out, so I made sure I pulled one of the blue ones out for this layout. So I'm again using a pattern paper background, you'll be pleased to see, and I'm now going to start playing with the washi tape from this collection. I've taken some of the scraps of paper from previous layouts. I think these were from 6x8 papers, and use those to mat behind the photo. So I'm just roughing up the edges now, and then I'll stick those all down together. So one piece which has got a little blue, almost like a flower on it, that piece that I'm gluing down now, and then the piece behind it is just a beige, just to ground things, because the pattern paper that I've used as the base is quite busy around where the photo is going to go. So I just wanted a fairly plain piece to go there. So just using my Tim Holtz edge distresser here to just lightly distress the edges of these pages, and then I'll glue them down as a mat. I wanted to get all this glued down before I started playing with those washi tapes, because they'll have to go straight onto the background. So I wanted to make sure that I was happy with the mat that I was creating around the photo. And this piece is just the branding strip from the top of the paper. I thought it was really nice, so I decided to include a piece of that here as well. So just gluing that down, and then also that word strip that says love you more, again that's from a branding strip from a previous piece of paper that I'd used when using this collection. So just checking that I'm happy with the placement, and then I can glue that down, and then as I say I can start working with the washi tape. I think that's what I do next. I hope that's what I do next. Just turning that round because I wanted the paler colour to be at the top. These film strip pieces, acetate pieces, have lighter and darker fades on them, so you need to make sure that you get it the way around that you want it to be. So here I am coming with the washi tape. This set has 3 different washi tapes. This one, which is more blue and white, there's one which is very, very floral, the same width, and then a very narrow piece, which you'll see me using in a minute, with like a beige lace effect on it. But they're gorgeous, and they really add a lovely background when you're using these sort of vintagey style papers. So just trying different things out. I pulled these faux lace pieces off the laser cut pieces from the Serenity collection, and decided that the bigger beige one would be the better fit to go underneath the photo. So just going to glue that onto this photo mat. Again, just using my wet glue. Gives you a bit of time to move things around and check that you're happy with the position. And now deciding where I want that photo to go to be able to see the maximum amount of the background. And here I am with that beige lace tape that I mentioned as the 3rd reel in that set. So now I've put that down, I've realised I do need to glue the photo mat down. So again, just going in with the wet glue just to get it all stuck down, and then I can peel up the left-hand side to get that film strip and tag in as well. So I'm pretty sure that tag is a pink fresh one. It looks like the ones that you get in the stationery sets. It's very nice with a brass eye to put your string through. So just going to glue this acetate film strip down. It doesn't only need anchoring in a couple of places. Doesn't need too much glue. So now I'm going to look through the rub-ons to see what I can add. Oh no, first of all, this little heart button, again from the laser cut elements. I just think that looks really cute there. And next to it is a real button that I just had hanging about on my desk. I think it's one of those spare ones that you get when you buy clothing, and I wasn't sure which top it was from, so I just thought I'd add it to my scrapping desk. So just threading through some pink wax thread there, just to bring that pink into the right hand side of the layout, and sticking that down with my wet glue again. And now I decided when I've got that wax thread out, I should really thread through the top of this tag as well. So I'm just looping through a couple of times and then I should tighten a knot. And as always, I do make a bit of a meal of it, but thinking first of all I just want one tie, but then I decide that it does need the double knot. So there we are, just going through with a double knot now. And I just leave the threads to hang loose on this layout. So contemplating what to do next, and this is where I turn to the rub-ons. I just want to add a bit more texture to the layout, and I definitely want to add one of the word rub-ons that we've got here, and I quickly see the one that says Happy Moments, and I think that will be really nice. We'd visited a local National Trust property called Speak Hall, and it's right on the River Mersey, and when we were exploring around the grounds, there's a disused airstrip. It's right near Liverpool Airport, and off that we found a sailing club. And when I looked on the map, it's actually a Liverpool sailing club. So we walked down the slip, and that's where we took this photo. So quite wind-swept, but it was really nice. It was lovely to get that fresh air. So now having a look at these texture rub-ons, and I want to add some of these up in the top right-hand corner of the photo, and just leading up to that right-hand corner of the layout. So being brave and just rubbing them straight off the sheet. And they do work really well like this, but the sheets have a lot of stick to them. So if you press down anywhere else, they stick. The actual rub-ons don't come off, but the sheet does stick. So I was just peeling that off gingerly, but it was fine. So just building up these splatters using the different tones of blue that they've got on this sheet. And then finishing with this larger white piece that you saw there, and taking that off the page. You see again, it just all sticks down. And there we have it, just rubbing the edges over. And now I've added to that top right hand corner, of course, I want to bring a bit more down into the left hand side as well. First of all, I do a little bit more on this right hand side, just with these text pieces. They don't really read anything, they just add a little bit of texture and definition to the background, instead of just being a plain matte colour. So this is just building up around that Happy Moments title that I've added there. And I love the finished result. These 49er Market rub-ons are absolutely brilliant. I've said it before in my videos, but they're really special. I highly recommend them if you haven't tried them. They come with all their collections, and they have got an essentials collection as well now with various colours for a very reasonable price. So now I wanted to bring a tab in. It's been a while since I've used my tab punch, so I was determined to use it, and I pulled it out before I started this layout. And not particularly to use it to add anything, just to add a bit of texture really around the side of the photo, and I decided that it looks best here on the left hand side. And I wanted to make sure that I got some of that print on the actual tab so that it showed up. So just gluing that down again with my wet glue in between the photo and the paper mats that I've put behind it. And now here's some of my older stash. So this is an old Heidi Swap book, sticker book, and it's got these chevrons in. Well, I think they're supposed to be photo corners, but I use them as chevrons. And it's great because it's got like a peachy pink and this pink, so I'm using those two on either side of the photo just to bring that pink around the page. And I love how that looks. Just wanted to bring them down the page a little bit more. So repositioning I don't like them being directly opposite one another. I don't know why. I don't like too much symmetry, I think. And then as I was flicking through, this button popped out. It's another one of those laser cut buttons. So I'm just adding that to the left hand side of the page and mounting it up on some foam pads. And I love how that just adds a little bit of something there to that bottom corner. So now going in with my date stamp. The date was the 5th of August 2019, so just before the pandemic, the summer before. And I added it to the bottom, but it didn't stand out very much, so I decided to add it to that tag as well. And then I find this pink ticket, which is a 49er market ticket, and decide to add just a sliver of that to the left hand side. And then when I've done that, I don't want to waste the other piece. I mirror that on the right hand side. Again, not directly opposite, but just up there. And it's just, again, just bringing that pink around the page a little bit more. And I do like that. So now back to the sticker book to see what else I can add. And I see a pink word that says breathe. So again, looking to add a bit more pink to the right hand side. So just layer that on top of that rub-on that I put there earlier. And again, it's just bringing that pink into that part of the layout. And then this word strip, it's a semi-transparent sticker and it says all the details. So I just pop that down in the bottom left hand corner there because my journaling is going to go below that piece of lace. And here I come in with the journaling. So just as per usual, drawing my guidelines with my pencil and then using a black gel pen. And it just says, exploring the grounds around Speke Hall, we happened upon Liverpool Sailing Club, so walked down the slip towards the Mersey and grabbed this quick selfie. Finally, I pulled out one of the laser cut stamps that says always, and that finishes this off. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed my video, I'd love it if you give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my style. If not, no problems at all. Thank you so much for watching this far, and I shall see you very soon for another video. Thanks a lot. Bye.